on to another episode of Movie Talk Monday. I'm your host, Harley, as always joined by the wonderful Felix.
What's up?
And also the fabulous Brandon.
Wait.
Okay, let's start our show off with our sponsors. We have Skullectomy by Jolt 7 Studios and also Straka Art.
Continue.
Okay, and we also have t-shirts, guys. Go to our community on our Facebook and let us know what shirt you want. Okay, let's start our show off. Where's my note? With our first trailer. Today is the new Mean Girls coming out.
May I have everyone's attention, please? We have a new student.
What's up, Kitty?
Are you trying to make the rest of us feel dumb?
I'm not trying to, it's just happening.
Dear God, woman.
Not gonna lie.
Get in, loser.
Regina George is a scum-sucking life partner.
Why is he by our table?
I
can hear you, by the way.
Can you hear me now?
It was okay.
We're gonna make her pay.
Girls are made deranged by what's called hormones. WHO.
What is going on?
I like the fact they're bringing back some of the original cast.
Why is it so tight? I mean, you've had it since the
Some of them
6th
are
grade. You're probably maturing.
It's funny how the mean girl opened all the doors.
I think it's a remake.
Regina George.
We as women have to support each other.
If you need to talk to me about anything, boy troubles, blackheads, or alcohol poisoning, I have been through it all.
Rachel Hamilton fills her inhaler with vodka.
The burn book. I have a burn book.
Slay, queens. Slay like no one's watching. But everybody's watching. Because you're gorgeous.
Haley Freilinger has, what's this?
Hairy nips.
Good Lord.
Oh my.
I mean,
So, I like the adult cast for the most part. My problem with a lot of these kinds of movies is I hate Gen Z. Teenagers are the absolute worst right now, I think. I know I have two of them, and I
I
have a hard time. I have a hard time relating with the current generation. I guess
they
that's
have
just
the toughest life ever, dude.
ugh.
They have the
Oh,
toughest
yeah.
life ever.
So, like with these newer movies that revolve around them, I have a really hard time watching them and not like cringing at them. So
I agree.
that's where I'm at with that one.
So I
don't
heard,
know.
I didn't know the
at
original.
some point, but I'm not looking
The
forward to
ri-
enjoying it.
I didn't know the original cast was back, and honestly, I don't even know who the original cast is. To be honest with you,
Well,
So it's Tina
the
Fey,
teacher and the principal.
yeah, and Tim
Oh,
Meadows. And I love Tim Meadows. He's hilarious. I love John Hamm. He's hilarious. Love Tina Fey, and that's kind of where it ends for me. I really don't care about any of these other people.
well, I hear that WB is pushing the movie out without really letting you know that it's a musical. You wouldn't get
Yeah,
that it was a
so
musical from
that
that.
was
And
the
I
other
heard,
thing. I know they did. I know they did the musical, Mean Girls musical. So That's why I was wondering, like, is it a sequel to the musical or a remake of the musical, or I don't know.
I
I
don't know
don't
either,
care.
but all I know is on Wednesdays we wear pink.
all I know is we've talked way too much about this movie.
Yeah, already. All right, let's move on.
Okay, let's move on to our news. From
Why did
comicbook.com, Black Panther director Ryan Coogler developing X-Files series for Disney.
So I've actually been rewatching the X-Files. I started rewatching it from the very beginning.
That's what's
I
up.
I just started. I'm like into season 3 now. So I watched it growing up, but
Same.
I didn't watch. I haven't seen every episode. There, like when it was on TV, I wasn't able to watch it every week, and so I never really. I've watched a lot of it over the years. I've seen the movies and everything, but I haven't watched the new seasons, the last 2 seasons that came out a few years ago, just because I knew I wanted to rewatch it from the beginning. So I like Ryan Coogler well enough, but I hope they don't try and like replace Mulder and Scully with like new character or new actors.
Well,
Like if they're
he
gonna do it,
said
I hope they redo with new characters.
they are. I hear
Yeah,
he doesn't want to come back if she doesn't come back, and she says I'm done with it. The
yeah,
last 2 seasons, dude, you mentioned those. I'm not going to do spoilers, but they get
I've
even
heard
more
mixed reviews.
convoluted. Yeah, they get more convoluted. They're okay, but there's that convolution. Is that a word even? But me and so we watched it all, and we went to the movies. My son's first movie was the first X File movies,
I
which was
love the
awesome.
movies.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
first one was awesome. Um,
yeah,
we're looking forward to it. I love Ryan Coogler. I mean, beyond what he did with Black Panther. I mean, Fruit Falls. I can never say the name of that Fruitvale Station. Is that how you say
Fruitvale
it?
Station. I never watched it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fruitvale. Yeah, that stars Michael B. Jordan as well, and he
Hmm.
does a pretty good job on it. So I trust his work. So hopefully it turns out good.
Yeah.
And
I just don't trust Disney as much lately as I used to. That's the main
I
thing too.
mean, look what they did with Prey for Predator. Look what they Freddie
Yeah,
Alvarez
that
is
was still
supposed to do.
Fox.
Alvarez is supposed to do a killer job on an Alien. He's got a great script, I hear.
Yeah.
So hopefully this one,
But when Prey was made, that was still Fox running things. So um,
that's sure. I'll give you that. I'll give you
we'll
that.
see. Yeah. But what's interesting though is since Disney and the merger, did you? I don't know if you guys have seen recently, but they've combined Hulu and Disney into one app, right? And
Yes.
so it's been really interesting watching. Uh, Other than Disney things on the Disney app. I've actually been watching X Files on the Disney app. Um, I watched a couple of movies with my son. We watched uh, Straight Outta Compton on Disney. We watched Friday on Disney. So it's really funny watching some of these movies on the Disney app that
On
are
Disney app.
not Disney at all. Um,
That's too
if
funny.
Disney can understand that there's a market out there for other than kids shows and Disney
Cartoons.
stuff, then I think they'll do well. But they need to get their shit together. I'll just leave it at that.
From Joe Blow, the Naked Gun creators are upset about the Seth MacFarlane slash Liam Neeson reboot.
Yeah, I don't really blame them.
Naked Gun's a
I'd
classic
be upset
movie.
about
Why
it
would
too.
you?
What would you rather have rebooted, Airplane or Naked Gun?
I mean, neither of them really.
They're both in that. That's why I said that. I would
I will say, I
Naked
can see
Gun.
Liam Neeson doing some pretty good spoof comedy. It's
Yeah.
been a while since I've seen a good spoof comedy. I don't
He's
even really
probably
remember the
gonna
last.
do that stoic face where he's being funny and he doesn't mean to be while everything's going crazy
Yeah,
around him.
yeah,
He can bring that, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, I mean that's one that we would rather not. It would be on that list, but I'm okay with it, especially with Liam Neeson.
yeah,
Seth
yeah.
MacFarlane's comedy is a little much for me, but I hope they bring it back a little bit since Liam Neeson's doing it. And is OJ going to be in it? He's still kicking.
From The Hollywood Reporter, Mickey Mouse will soon belong to you and me, with some
Caveat.
caveats. Caveat.
Caveats.
Yeah. So it's Steamboat Willie that's in the public domain now. Just Steamboat Willie. And
And
already
then
since it's come into the public domain, there's already been like at least two low budget horror movies announced for it. I feel like we can do better than just low budget
And
horror.
also,
okay.
and and also a horror video game was announced for it.
Yeah,
Yes, that was the third thing. I remember that now.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna get the iron while it's hot, like the saying goes. Or it has to be Steamboat Willie though, and then Minnie Mouse. It has to be the same one that was in the
yeah,
cartoon. So
yeah.
that's why the
No
costume looks
gloves.
so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It kind of baffles me. Like, could you imagine? Like, it's going to be hard to picture Mickey Mouse, Steamboat Willie, as a horror character. Like that trailer that we showed on the gaming show for the video game of the Steamboat Willie horror game, it was bad. Like, it was really bad.
Like bad as
yeah,
in it not good, or
No,
bad as in like bunch of blood.
bad is not good. Bad.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna be more low budget, just like with that Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey thing, that came out when Winnie the Pooh became public domain. Uh, I just feel like we could be more creative than just really bad low budget. Or like if we've got control of Steamboat Willie now, like somebody needs to put some money into that and do something epic. But
Not making a big mouse chasing after you and with a
yeah,
knife.
somebody, one of Disney's big competitors like Universal or Daily Wire, somebody needs to throw some money at this and stick it to Disney and make something good with it that people are going to actually enjoy. Because
Oh,
a lot of
are you
people hate Disney right now. So somebody could make some money off of this
are you
just with
trying
the audience that hates Disney.
are you trying to say
I'm not
Make it a
getting
better
paid to do it.
movie.
I'm just saying, yeah, like
what would you do
Universal,
with
right?
it,
So
Harley?
so so the news just came out that Universal surpassed Disney this year, right? With the amount of money that they've made. And that's the first time in like almost 10 years since Disney hasn't been the highest grossing studio.
Highest.
And so they need to take advantage of that. They need to take the Steamboat Willie character that everybody has access to now and stick it to Disney even more and make a movie using him in some capacity, whether it's animated or live action. I don't really care. I just think it would be hilarious because a lot of people aren't big fans of Disney right now. And this would be a good way for one of these studios to take advantage of that.
Agreed.
Just make it better than. From The Hollywood Reporter, Stephen Yeun will not star in Marvel's Thunderbolts.
This took me aback. I think when one of us shared it, or all of us shared it in our chat, I said, there's got to be something more to it. Well, he has since come out and said that just with time, thinking about it, the strikes and everything, that, he just didn't feel it was right and he just stepped back. He said he wants to eventually be in a Marvel movie, but he knows he, pissed off a lot of people quitting on there. I think they got pissed, honestly, when he told Robert Kirkman, and Robert Kirkman told the world
Yeah,
what
I think
their
so too.
plans were, and they came to him
Yeah,
and say, "You know what? You can't keep your mouth shut. That's all we do here. We're gonna let you go, but you
yeah,
can say you quit."
yeah.
And
The
he took
Disney
it, and now
Marvel
he's pissed
assassins
off,
killed him. Yeah,
and now he's going to be pissed at Robert Kirkman for the rest of his life. But I feel
yeah,
that's something like that happened.
yeah. Something happened behind the scenes for sure.
There's more to the story than what we know.
And Felix,
From CBR, Fear the Walking Dead star rumored to potentially replace Jonathan Majors as MCU's Kong.
Yeah,
Coleman
it's all just going to be
Domingo.
rumors at this point.
I don't know. I'm buying this one. Coleman Domingo. He's a good actor. He actually was in
I
the
mean,
new
I'm not saying he
V
couldn't potentially be up for the role. I'm just saying we don't even know what Marvel's going to do with this
yeah.
character anymore. If they're even going to keep Kang uh, in the
Candyman.
MCU, or if they're gonna
Scrap it
move
all
away from
together.
Kang and work on something different. So yeah, it's all speculation and rumor at this point. But
Would you think he'd be a good replacement? I mean, since it's the rumor that's out there right now.
I'm not super familiar with the actor, honestly.
He's one of the. If you ask me, he's one of the main characters that carried Fear the Walking Dead for all these seasons. It was so bad,
I never
but
watched Fear the Walking Dead.
don't, don't.
Yeah, no, I never have, and that's why I don't really know who this guy is.
Hope he does. To be honest with you,
Jack Black levels up for Minecraft at Warner Brothers. The Dish.
they say he's going to be the main character.
So is
I
Jack
don't.
Black just going to be in every
Animated movie.
animated movie from now on? Which I'm
I
fine
didn't
with
think
that.
about it.
It's really funny. I just watched a old X-Files episode with him in it. I totally blew me away. I totally didn't remember him being. It was him and Giovanni Ribisi. It was hilarious.
No shit, huh?
Yeah, from like '95. It was pretty awesome to see him in it.
Okay, Felix with time for Blast from the Past.
Well,
Felix,
let's
this is
do it.
all you.
All right, this is actually for Harley's daughter. Harley said that she likes the blast from the past, and sometimes she goes back and sees them, yada yada yada. And then when we were talking about it last week or 2 weeks ago, I brought up who's that girl, and I could have swore Harley and Brandon were like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" So I'm like, "That's going to be the next blast from the past." That girl is a 1986 American screwball comedy by director James Foley. It stars Madonna and Griffin Dunne. And it depicts the story of a street smart girl who is falsely accused of murdering her boyfriend and is sent to jail. After release, she meets a man who's supposed to make sure she gets a bus back to Philadelphia, but she convinces him to help her catch those responsible for her confinement. As I said, grew up with a house full of sisters and my mom, and I've watched this movie way too many times. And if you think about it, she may be the original Harley Quinn. There's a couple of reasons. Let's go.
Here we go.
Who is that girl?
Who are you?
She's beautiful. She's impulsive. She's Madonna. And in 24 hours, she'll turn a mild-mannered corporate attorney into a wild-eyed fugitive from justice. All because she holds the key to a life he never expected. Madonna. Griffin Dunne.
Kiss me.
Who's that girl?
Thoughts?
Yeah, I
Thoughts?
remember my sisters were way into Madonna back in the day, and
You
I
do
know I've
remember
seen
watching
it.
it?
I've seen it. It's very familiar, but I'm not gonna lie, it's probably been over 30 years since I've watched that movie. Uh,
It's been
it
about that
looks pretty
long for
silly
me
fun
too,
though.
but
It looks like something I might enjoy rewatching with my wife and my daughter.
I like the older 80 movies like that,
Oh yeah,
especially with Madonna. Madonna was an awesome actress in the movies that she was
yeah,
in.
yeah. I love a good 80s screwball movie, so that it looks like it'd be fun to rewatch.
Coming soon. This week we have on January 12th, we have Mean Girls, which we just showed you guys the trailer for, The Beekeeper, and The Book of Clarence. That is all for this week. What are you guys looking forward to?
Beekeeper.
Yeah, Beekeeper definitely, and honestly, Book of Clarence looks pretty good too.
That's it.
Yeah,
I don't think I even seen the trailer, so I'm tripping.
yeah.
I honestly am
Check
going
it
to
out.
take my daughter to the theater to see Mean Girls because when she was little, she used to watch Mean Girls with me, and she loves that movie. So I'm going to take her to see that movie.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys will have a great time. Definitely
Yeah.
not something I'm super looking forward to, but
And we're
I'm
both
glad
going to
there's
wear
something out there
pink.
for everyone.
We're both
Are
going
you
to
gonna
wear
go on a
pink.
Wednesday?
Yep, we're going to go on a Wednesday and we're going to wear pink.
Do it.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's move on to our number ones in America. Some of these movies are going to surprise you guys because one of them makes me feel really old that it's 30 years old.
Usually, but these do.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D is 10 years old.
That must have been a slow week because that was not a great movie.
Lord of the Rings is now 20 years old.
Wow, I remember watching that in theaters.
Now, this one's going to make all of us feel old. Aladdin is now 30 years old.
That's
Oh
Kevin's
shit!
movie
Yeah,
right there. It's a whole new world, man.
love Aladdin.
It,
Um, I've never seen it.
you've never seen Aladdin? You need to put that on your list of movies to watch.
You serious?
Yeah.
How have you gone 30 years with never watching Aladdin?
I mean, there's so many Disney
That's
like
fucking bizarre.
rumors to go about it. Like when
That's just
okay, let's go on to what we are watching this week. Felix, what you watching this week?
Honestly, I for tonight I have advance tickets to go see Night Swim, but I don't have a ride, so I'm not gonna make
ooh.
that.
Aw.
I seen Aquaman 2 days ago. I think it was a little late, then a week later, but it was fun, especially when the brothers hooked up. The whole buddy cop feel I had, I thought it was pretty good. It was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had
I
fun with
did
it.
like I liked those two together. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was honestly better than I was expecting it to be. Quite a
Spoiler
bit.
alert here, guys.
No, we're not talking spoilers.
No, there's no spoiler.
Seeing Mara just sporadically a couple times was good too. It fit the
Yeah.
story. It bothered me too much. Maybe because she didn't say much, but
It was that you could tell that they cut her role down quite a bit. I
you
feel
know what?
that they cut
If
her role down.
it didn't feel like a James Wan role movie. Honestly, I
No.
bet you they did. They made him do a lot to it
Yeah.
because even I don't know. Even his comedy's not
Because
that
because
bad.
honestly, it seemed like, especially with her role, it seemed like Aquaman was a single dad through a
Yeah,
lot of it. I was
I
like,
thought that too. I'm like, where's the
why is
mom?
he yeah, why is he like that's fine, whatever gender roles, but I'm like, why it almost felt like
They were
she was
broken
killed
up.
off at some
Yeah.
point or something. Like I'm like, why isn't she around? Where is she? What's she doing? And
So
but
they
it
really
kind of felt a little like justified. It was great.
so they really did cut out Amber Heard from a good part of the movie.
Yeah,
It seemed like it. Yeah.
it felt like they did for sure. She's in very little of the movie. She probably has
Like a
like
minute or
maybe
two.
a few minutes of screen time total.
But they
But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it for way more than I expected to.
Yeah. Same here.
so Brandon, what did you watch this week?
I've been watching, like I said before, a lot of the X Files. I've been watching just episode after episode. It's really easy to get sucked into that show.
Yeah.
I miss shows that had like 24 episodes a season. Like they don't do that
22 to
anymore.
24.
Because
No,
season 2 of the X Files had 25 episodes. I was like, holy shit, I missed this. But you know
that's a
why? It's
fact.
because so many of these shows nowadays, the budgets are they're so expensive to make now that they
Yeah.
only make 8 to 10 episodes a season. I really miss those bloated 20 plus episodes a season shows, man. But we've also been doing knocking off movies off of the top 100 horror movies poster that my daughter got me, the scratch off poster. We did a thing where I'll tell Alexa to pick a number between 1 and 100, and whatever number she says, I'll count over to that movie, and then that's the one that we'll watch. So
That's
it's
pretty
kind of a
cool, man.
That's
random
awesome.
kind of a random choice. So on New Year's Day, we ended up watching like 4 movies off of the list, and they were all good ones too, which because it's top 100, so they're all
Yeah.
good movies. So yeah, that's been a fun way of watching movies lately.
I got sucked back into watching Bob's Burgers. Youngest son was scrolling through Hulu and it was on the recommended thing. And then he kind of got me sucked back into watching it with him.
Nice. I gotta admit, I've never watched a single episode of Bob's Burgers. I've never watched it.
It's hilarious.
I've heard it's good. I just never taken the time to watch it.
And you saw Exorcist Believer finally, right?
Yes, I watched Exorcist Believer.
Really? What'd you think?
A couple weeks, actually, before Christmas, I watched it.
What did you think of it?
My opinion, the best scene was the church aisle.
Still, yeah. So you don't like it really? I thought it was
No.
better than what people are saying.
Well, that does it for this episode of the Mod Squad Movie Talk Monday, guys. Go check out our community on Facebook, the Mod Squad community, the official Mod Squad community. Go check out our review, the Daily Dank, and all of our other shows. If you're watching the movie show, go check out the horror show and the gaming show, and we go live every Saturday night with a giveaway. For Felix, Brandon, myself, and the entire Mod Squad, see you next time, Puddin'.
See ya.